Hello, Thomas. If you forgive me, I'd like to start at the end. You must have heard the crowd's reaction towards you, boos, and you're getting sacked in the morning. How do you feel when you hear that? Are you just fed up of it now?
I understand the fans' frustration. We are in a position we don't want to be in. That we're working very hard day and night to change. And I also think it's a situation now the club has been in, it's fair to say, almost 2 years, and ended last season as well. Clearly a pattern that we struggle to manage Europe and Premier League. And that's something me, the team, the club, the players, we need to learn to do even better physically and mentally to deal with that. And part of that, of course, is the 11 injuries, or now 10, plus a suspension, plus another one today, which, of course, doesn't help in a situation like that. And then we face, yes, a Newcastle team that is, I can say, struggling a little bit lately. But if you look at the team they put on the pitch, compared to what they've done the last 3 years, I think it's fair to say it's quite different to us. I think Newcastle were more on top first half. I think we came back in it very well. And then I think it was a little bit symbolic for a season that we had a transition going one way, and then we missed past it, and then went the other way, and we defended badly for the 2-1 goal.
It could have been bad enough. Could have been even worse. I think Manchester United at the London Stadium equalised with one of the last kicks of the match. So West Ham gain a point on you in that battle for you to stay well clear of the relegation zone. Obviously, I think you go down another place below Leeds. There's now 12 games before the best team in England come here. 12 days before the best team in England come here. Will you used to be in charge for the Arsenal game, do you think?
Yeah, I'm convinced there will be. And I think I understand the question. I understand it's easy to point on me, but I also think it's never only the head coach, or the ownership, or the directors, or the players, or the staff. Is everyone. If you do something right, you will build something that can last. Of course, we are not in a top position now. Everyone knows, directors, ownership, myself, what position we are in and what we need to improve and what we need to do better. And that's what we're working very hard on.
But they can hear the boos, they can hear the reaction of the crowd as well.
I guess so, yeah.
That's Tom, yes.
Hi, Thomas. Eddie Howe's just been in here. He knows what it's like to have gone down with Bournemouth, and he talked about how injuries can play a massive part. The thing that you've just talked about. How much do the hierarchy understand all of those points from your perspective?
They of course they understand that. I think everyone can see that you can just put the 11 players that's out in a lineup, and then you can compare the two teams, and then you guys can judge which player is out. So of course that affects things, but it's my job to how can you say, do everything we can to find solutions with the players available.
Eddie also talked about needing, in these difficult times, players to give everything for you, to be there when the chips are down. Do you feel like your players are giving you everything at the moment?
Yeah, if you see them out there, I think they're running very, very hard. I think it's tough for them. It is tough. Hey, football and life is tough at times. It's just the way it is. And when you have things going against you, you need to show resilience. You need to show your true color. And we are definitely tested to show that.
And just lastly, another injury to Wilson Odobert. It looked a nasty one. I mean, did you have any update of what the situation is with Wilson?
No, not yet. I hope it's nothing too serious, but I don't know. I don't know what it can be. Of course, I hope there's not a serious injury to a 20-year-old young player.
Please.
Hi, Thomas. You mentioned about Newcastle coming here kind of low in confidence. It seems like it's a theme, though, that clubs come here on a poor run and low in confidence, and they kind of turn it around here. Why do you think that is?
I think if you take, maybe there's a theme. I think we've lost definitely too many games at home. That's no doubt about that. We see a Newcastle team, a very experienced Newcastle team. There's been in various situations, so they also know how to get out of situations like this, or whatever the situation they were in. But again, I think they were more on top first half. We're coming back, equalizing 1-1, and that stage is an open game, and that's where we need to understand. And there we can't. Yes, we need to do everything we can to win, but we can't concede a goal like we concede a goal.
Yeah, obviously injuries have to be taken into account, but with the attacking play, I mean, 2 shots on target, relying on a set-piece goal again. I mean, how disappointing is it that it doesn't seem to be attacking patterns of play and things like that?
I think the injuries need to be massively taken into consideration. I haven't really said it too much, but I think everyone can see that impacting things.
Mm-hmm. Just the last one on Palhinha not starting the game but coming on at half-time. What was the reasoning behind him not starting?
I think you take decisions sometimes, but he did very well when he came on. No doubt about that.
Craig, please.
Hi, Thomas. How convinced are you that you are the man? You said there you're convinced you'll be in charge for the Arsenal game, but how convinced are you within yourself that you are the right man? Is there any doubt whatsoever? Do you still have that belief within you?
1,000% sure. I'm also 1,000% sure that I never expected us to be in a situation like this, with 11, 12 injuries on the back end of this and what we have been facing. But I know when you need to build something and you need to get through things, you need to show unbelievable strong resilience. I think it's fair to say there's a few before me up here, not only for Tottenham, but in many other clubs that have lost their head many times. And I think you need to have a calm head, carry on, keep fighting, keep doing the right thing, make sure we stick together, because you can only get through this together. And that's the board, that's the leaders, that's the players, that's the staff, that's me, that's the fans. We only get through this together.
Matt, to finish, please.
Thomas, I totally accept that it's not one man, and what you say about it being a variety of different things and different people, and also the injuries. But do you accept that if the club continue to get closer to the relegation zone, they're going to be forced to do something? And with the greatest respect, the manager's the only thing they can change at this point of the season.
I understand the mechanism in football, no doubt about that. But I also think there's a lot of studies that it's not necessarily the right thing to do. I know it's the only movement they have, but there's also plenty of situations where it's not the right thing to do. And the only thing I'll focus on is fighting, do the right thing together with everyone else.
Is there any sense of panic about relegation around the club or the squad?
There is. We, of course, understand we're not in a good situation. But with everything in life, you need to stay calm, keep doing it, and keep going.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Yes.